What is going on, Earth2 novice enthusiasts and everyone in between? I've got a very special announcement. First off, if you're watching this live, kudos to you. You are watching this on the correct channel, formerly known as Intentional Being. I just decided to change the name to Earth2 News because that seems to be just about all I'm going to be posting on it, at least for the foreseeable future. We shall see. But Dubai. I just posted a video a few days ago discussing, seems like hours ago. This week has been so crazy. Discussing the fact that Dubai, the announcement for Dubai was going to be coming. I told you guys that the countdown was going to be initiated this week. I was sure that it was going to be announced before we got to the weekend, which it was. And I was also speculating, and I admitted that I was speculating. I was assuming that it was going to be the actual release date after it was going to be announced and the countdown was going to start. I assumed that it was going to be this weekend. I will be the first one to tell you that I am wrong, but that's okay. We're all wrong every once in a while. I was half right, though. I did say that it was going to be done during the weekend because, as I've observed and as I've mentioned in so many videos, they are hell-bent on keeping Earth2 as fair as possible. So the reason that they're going to release Dubai on a weekend is so that as many people can participate as possible. Odds are most people work Monday through Friday. So releasing it on the weekend, regardless of the time zone, because we're all in 24 different time zones, they would at least make it so that you had the option of staying up late or getting up early in order to participate if it's not happening during the middle of the day wherever you are. Now, this will be released. And let me double check just so I'm not wrong. I want to get it right from the horse's mouth. I know it was on the 20th of March, which is going to be next Saturday. So I was off by a week. Yes, it'll be the 20th of March at 2100 UTC. So that is 2100 for those of you who aren't familiar with your military time. 2100 is 9 p.m. And UTC, I believe, is 4 p.m. East Coast time. So it's roughly 5 hours ahead of East Coast. I think that's the same as Greenwich Mean Time, GMT, I think is UTC. Let me look this up before I say something stupid. Okay, yeah, it's the same thing. UTC, Greenwich Mean Time. It's basically where the universal clock is counted. So that's the good news. So if you're on the East Coast of the US like myself, that will be approximately 4 p.m. In the middle of your Saturday. So that's awesome. I won't have to stay up or get up early. I will just have to make myself available at 4 p.m., which shouldn't be too hard on a Saturday. Because like I said, imagine if that was happening like on a Wednesday. We'd have a lot of people who are going to be in the middle of work and probably not working under someone who's going to be too accepting and appreciative of your mad dash to your computer, because it will be a mad dash. Don't make any mistake. I do anticipate there being some server lag. I do anticipate there being some frustration. I would love to be wrong. It's not because I doubt the Earth2 team. I know they've done a tremendous job at upping the servers. But at the end of the day, as I mentioned in the previous video, and actually in several videos, Dubai is the most heavily sought land on Earth2. And when I say Dubai, it's interchangeable for the UAE. So the entire United Arab Emirates. I've heard people pronounce, someone told me it's pronounced Emirates, but it's, again, I'm an American. I'm probably mispronounced most foreign things, but it's spelled Rates. That's rates where I come from. So Emirates is way far. Emirates is at least getting that A sound in there. In any case, let me read to you exactly what Mr. That doesn't even, Lord, Emperor, Master. I don't know. We need a better title for Mr. Shane Isaac. But Mr. will do for now. One of the most frequently asked questions of 2021 will shortly retire from service. When is Dubai? Followed closely by, why can't I buy in Dubai? Dubai, a word that frequently visits every Earth2 dev's dream. I can only imagine, poor guys. I know it's like in so many chats. I see it in the comments all the time. I I wish I had more updates. And this is, I mean, in the past, I've wished I had more answers to give you other than nobody knows. Don't trust anybody who says they know. On forums, communities, and chats, random users would appear, but for a brief moment, only to ask this question, and in doing so, risk their very online existence due to an onslaught of rebukes from the hardened Earth2 faithful. Those of us who have been in the Earth2 arena for an extended period of time, which, considering this thing's only been around for a few months, it's really funny to see. If you're new to Earth2, don't worry, you are going to be within the seniority of it in no time, because it is still so new. But yeah, I think everybody who's experienced with Dubai, they've already gone through that, and then they've seen a bunch of people asking. Dubai, Israel, the UAE, a few other countries. I think Iran. They're just locked up. The beautiful Dubai and the UAE. Well, a date is now set, and the reason for the question has officially ended. On the 20th of March at 2100 UTC, Earth2 tiles will be available for purchase in the UAE and Dubai. There is now ample warning so that none can say they missed out. So, and as you saw the thumbnail for this post, this is the second time I've seen a picture of a Jeep on some terrain. The other one was in a wooded area. In this one, I mean, you could see it on the post, on the my thumbnail there. But I think that's a hint as to what is going to come. And I've speculated before whether or not we're going to be using oil. I believe we will. I've definitely invested in some oil fields, and I based that on, it didn't seem intuitive. I didn't think we would have oil, but one of the devs specifically used oil as an example of one of the resources that we would have. Not saying we're going to have oil, but he basically said, if you're buying land based on the resources, make sure you're buying the land where the resource naturally is, not where it would be in a man-made structure. And he gave the example of an oil refinery. You buy up an oil refinery. Well, when those man-made structures are gone, there's no more oil there, because refineries aren't necessarily built on oil fields. Normally the oil fields are just oil fields full of pumps and tubes if they've got the oil lines, the pipelines going. But in any case, that's why I bought oil fields. I also bought gold and I think some copper and some other stuff. But now I've seen 2 pictures of vehicles. Now we will have teleporters. We will have teleporters, transporters, whatever you want to call them. So we will quickly be able to bounce around the 1-to-1 scale replica of Earth, because obviously driving your Jeep it'd be a long game if you had to drive your Jeep from property to property. But it does look like we will have combustible engines and some vehicles to be traversing the terrain. I'm very excited to get into this world, which is going to be phase 3. If you guys aren't familiar with the phases, I do have some videos. Maybe I'll get around to having them pop up once this is posted. Follow that link to a video on phases, and I'll have another video popping up right about now on classes, maybe, or you can just search my channels for that. Now, if you are not watching this live, that means you're probably watching this on Meal Prep Biz 101. That title to that channel may even be changed. So I encourage you to follow the links in the show notes. One of the links is going to take you to my channel where I go live. So I only go live about Earth2 stuff on, formerly known as Intentional Being. Now it's going to be known as Earth2 News. I do post Earth2 content on both channels, so subscribe to both if you want. The other one's more about business stuff, specifically my meal prep business. But there's also going to be links down below where you can enter in a raffle for me to use your referral code when I make my purchases, and I will announce some recent winners, as well as land giveaway. I do a weekly land giveaway. Enter one form. Not only will you be signed up on my email list, but you'll also be entered into both of those raffles. And I've got the book right here. The winners today, we've got Elon, or I don't know how to pronounce this. Elan, Elon, Ellen. I don't know. Last name begins with an S. We've got Dan. I know how to pronounce Dan. We've got Dan S. Not related. 2 different last names. I'm just not going to put you on blast saying your last name. And then I had to look this one up. This is Ivan K. And then last but not least, we've got Amanda G. So Dan, Ivan, Elon, forgive me if I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly, and Amanda, congratulations. I've already been using your referral codes. You probably noticed if you look at your credits, I've been using your referral codes to make some purchases recently. Forgot to post some videos about it. And then the weekly, actually the land giveaway was Sunday, and that was Oscar. I remember that. Oscar O. I remember it's OO because my last name is a C. First name starts with a C. I enjoy the alliteration. Obviously, Oscar's parents enjoyed the alliteration as well. But that's all I've got for you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Definitely check out the links. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're subscribed to the right channel. If you're not, link to that below. I've got some links to some other stuff. If you guys want to get your money out, I've got some videos about my experience getting my money out. Long story short, use TransferWise. It's going to be much faster. It took me over 2 months to get my money wired to my bank, and going through TransferWise is way faster. So use TransferWise. Use the link that I have in my notes to sign up for your TransferWise account, and you will get a transfer up to $600 free. Or if you're transferring like $1,000, $600 of it won't have a fee applied to it. So check that out. If you guys have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Hit me in the comments and I will try to get to them. But other than that, I hope you guys have an amazing Friday. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend, and maybe I'll do some live purchasing. I don't know if it'd be too laggy. We'll do some live Dubai purchasing if you guys want. If you guys think that's a cool idea, hit me in the comments below. We could schedule something. Like I said, it won't be a sweat for me. It's going to be in the middle of the day. And any other questions that I can answer, I'll do my best. I'm kind of dug into different chats and threads and forums, and I spend too much time on this, honestly. But I do think that it will be worthwhile, and I'm having fun. It's super interesting. I think it's going to be historical. I think it's going to be monumental. So I don't regret it. I just, I know a lot of people in my life don't understand it. I will tell you, however, one of my friends, and I've told you guys in previous videos, I've got some friends who have been very cynical about the whole Earth2 thing. I've got a group chat of like 9 friends-ish. When I first found out about Earth2, when I first bought in, they were making fun of me. They were saying, oh, well, I just started a game called Moon 2. Do you want to buy some land on it? And, well, I just invented Earth3, and it's going to be even better. We're going to have everything that Earth2 is going to have, but more and bigger and everything. And they're just being stupid and busting my balls. I did convince one of them, one of my best friend, actually, one of my best friends. I've got 2 best friends, even though I'm too old to be saying that. But I'm literally like the best man in his wedding. He's going to be the best man in mine once I finally get around to, anyway. He is a very incredulous person. He is a very educated person. This guy's got licenses for everything from real estate to stock trading. He's got his Series 7, 63, 24. He's currently in school to be an attorney, as if that wasn't enough. He went to the London Business School for his master's, which is like the #1 business school in the world, the years that he went. And in any case, very educated guy, very incredulous, very skeptical. He was born to be an attorney. I'm surprised it's taken him into his 30s to realize that. So in any case, this dude bought into Earth2, and he was one. His fiance actually got on the phone with me, and she asked me a bombardment of questions about just skeptical questions, like, you're buying virtual land, you're buying something that's not real. How is this going to have any value? Blah 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 blah. Well, he eventually bought in. And literally yesterday, he only threw $100 in, but literally yesterday, he's like, all right, how do I get my profits out? I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, oh, I sold my land. I got an offer for my land. So like, I want to get my profits out. He put $100 in. He sold whatever it was. I don't know if it was one parcel or what, but he said he doubled his money and he's more than happy about it. And he wants to get his money back. But he didn't mention that in our group chat. He only did that on a one-to-one text. So in any case, he's interested. I told him about Dubai. I was like, dude, leave your money in there. What's $200 going to do for you? Leave it in there. Dubai's coming on the map. Even if you buy, like, what's an appropriate price to buy up to for Dubai. Like there's this guy, Tika, he's big in cryptocurrency, and he puts out a list of his portfolio and what cryptocurrency coins he would buy, and also in what range he would buy. So basically, like he'll say, okay, Bitcoin buy up until this amount. Once it exceeds this amount, don't bother buying it, and stuff like that. So as far as my personal experience, and this is not investment advice, my personal, not experience, but expectations, I'm going to go out on a limb, and this sounds crazy, I know, but I mentioned this before. I think I think the UAE is the one country, while there probably are several countries that could give the US a run for their money as far as the value per square, I think Dubai is the number one country that could give the US a run for its money and possibly even surpass the US. Why? And this is great for anybody who's new, because you scoop up some Dubai in your portfolio, especially if it's class 1, 2, or 3, you made up for missing out on the last couple of months. Don't worry, it's not too late. And even if you're watching this months down the road, it's still not too late. There's always, like I said, they want to build this platform and all of the releases so that there's constantly a reason for you to join, get involved, invest, be excited about this. They want this to be very sustainable perpetually, well into the future. They want continued involvement. They really want to saturate the involvement across the entire globe, as many people, for as many different reasons: gamers, business people, marketing companies, yada, yada, yada. In any case, Dubai in your portfolio, classes 1 through 3, which will be the first 300,000 tiles sold. And I do think they will go fast. Those will be keepers. Sit on those. Do not flip those. I'm going to buy up as much as I can in Dubai. And in fact, I was doing some purchasing last night just because I can't help myself. But I think I have a regular daily amount that I put towards purchasing. And if I don't get to it in a couple of days, then I just do 3 days worth of purchasing. I think I'm going to keep that amount. I think I'm going to put more money in just so I keep that consistency. But I'm going to look at Dubai as like a bonus to my portfolio, where I'm going to just spend some extra money on Dubai. So want to strategically buy here and there as ideas come to me. But Dubai is definitely something I'm willing to put more money in to Earth2 for, just because, okay, in case you didn't catch my other videos, and definitely catch them, because I'm probably going to forget some stuff that I mentioned there. Dubai's got more like millionaires and billionaires per capita, which means, you know, as I mentioned in the other videos, you buy your home country first. You buy what's familiar to you first. So those guys have been waiting on the sidelines to buy up their country, right? Now we've also got the rest of the world who also knows Dubai's like one of the most, if not the most expensive city in the world. So Dubai, the UAE, you know, interchangeably. London, Tokyo, Dubai, Paris, New York. Those are LA, but I mean, those are probably consistently the top 5, right? So a lot of people know what Dubai is. They want to put some money there. And also the Earth2 community has been waiting. As Shane said, the 2 most common questions that they receive, the things that haunt their nightmares, are questions about Dubai. So is there a little bit of interest in Dubai? No, there's a metric F ton of interest in Dubai. So there will be some people who want to get in on this buy, and they won't, because they're going to be sleeping, they're going to be traveling, they're going to be working, and they're going to get in at 5 p.m. my time. They're going to get at 2200. They're going to get in at 2300. They're going to be getting in at midnight. They're going to be getting in several hours later. So that first hour is going to be nuts. We might see servers go down. I think there's going to be so much interest. I really hope the servers don't go down, but I think it's going to be nuts. But there will still be people who miss out, and they're going to be getting in after you. Now, I hope everyone who's watching this is able to get in. And, like I said, maybe we'll go live and we'll do some purchases. Maybe I'll do it on 2 different computers so I don't compromise my speed for your pleasure and enjoyment. And maybe in fact, I would recommend to you guys, watch me. If we do go live, watch me on your phone and make the purchases on your computer. If you don't have the ability to do both and you don't want to compromise your bandwidth, forget me. Just get your Dubai. You go and you treat yourself. You'll catch my episode later. But yeah, I've got some areas. I'm going to be doing some research as to where I want to be buying in Dubai. Someone was asking like, oh, you know, if Dubai is going to be bought up so quickly, the city of Dubai, where else should we buy in the UAE? Honestly, as we all know, and if you're new, you might not know this, it doesn't matter if you're buying in Kansas and everyone else is buying in Manhattan. When people are buying in the US or any country, the entire country's value goes up. So even if you just go buy some sand out in the middle of the desert that doesn't even have like a road going to it, your value of your portfolio is going to go up. So I might not, if I see that there's too many people crowding the main city and you go to buy something and it looks available, and then as soon as you go through, it doesn't confirm because someone swooped in and bought it a millisecond before you. I think that's going to be, and also this relates to another video that I've got, the bots. We've got these auto buy bots. Shane and the team are getting rid of them. So I think that's one of the things that they had to have taken care of before they were able to release Dubai, as well as the two-factor authentication and some other stuff that he mentioned. I think Dubai is, I think they're anticipating that this is going to be insane. I think this is going to be the fastest growth of any country that we've seen so far in Earth2, because we've got more eyeballs in the game. We've got more money in the game. We've got constant, I mean, we got months of interest in Dubai and questions about Dubai. So yeah, it's going to get nuts. I think I'm starting to beat the dead horse. I think I've got you guys convinced that Dubai is worth staying up for, getting up for, stepping out and taking a smoke break at work for. Like, call out of work, be sick, you know, go hit the bathroom or something, take your phone in there and spend some time buying some Dubai instead of TikTok. Again, not investment advice. Don't invest anything that you can't afford to lose, yada, 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 all that jazz. But I'm amped. I don't even need coffee. I'm so amped. But yeah, you guys take care, rock on, good luck buying up Dubai, and maybe we'll go live. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, suggestions. If you're down to do the live purchasing with me, let's rock and roll. We'll have some hot cocoa, make a thing out of it. Have a great day, guys. Have an awesome Friday. Have an amazing weekend, and I will look forward to connecting with you guys next time.